Hi everyone, and welcome back to FPL with me, Got No Skill. With the international break finally over, we can now plan ahead for Game Week 9. But first, I'll go through my Game Week 8 score, which I should have done already if I hadn't been so lazy, so apologies for that. But here it is anyway. So I got 72 points, which is good as the average was just 50. However, I had another benching disaster reminiscent of my Game Week 5 bench fail. In fact, by leaving 26 points on the bench, it was almost as bad as last time. But no matter, as my rank still improved to around the 220k mark. The same can't be said about my predictions though, as I only got 3 out of 10. So, with that out of the way, let's prepare for Game Week 9 and beyond. And this is likely to be my Game Week 9 lineup. As you may have noticed, I have made one transfer for this game week, and that is the switch from Monreal to Mendy. Monreal has actually done well in recent weeks, but with Mendy back, I think this switch is necessary. And the reason for this is not to do with the fixtures, as they both don't look that great, but more to do with the attacking potential of Mendy. Even though he's missed 3 games, he's already got 5 assists, which is joint second in the whole league. This is down to his ability to bomb forward and put in lots of crosses, and it is this that makes me think he is an essential FPL defender, regardless of his fixtures. But speaking of fixtures, and seeing that many of my fellow managers have got their wildcards active due to the international break, I've decided to point out a few teams who have great fixtures for the next couple of months. For each team, I'll be suggesting 3 players to get. And the top team who has one of these great runs is Liverpool. Although they haven't been that great recently, with these kinds of fixtures, you'd certainly expect their fantasy assets to get attacking and defensive returns. So that's why the first player I'm recommending everyone to have is Robertson, as he offers something in attack and defense, making him one of the most consistent Liverpool players so far this season. Next up is Mane, who started the season really well but has tailed off recently. However, with these kinds of fixtures, I think he will come back and be as good as before. He is nursing a hand injury at the moment though, so for this game week it's a bit of a wait and see. I'm also favouring him over Salah, as Mane does a somewhat similar job, but at a much cheaper fantasy price. And lastly, I think Firmino is worth a shout. He hasn't been good recently, but these are the kinds of fixtures which can get him his usual 10 or more goals a season. And now, a mid-table team with great fixtures as well, Leicester City. After this game week, Leicester's fixtures look great till mid-December. So I think their most important FPL player is Maddison, as he's their creative force and their set-piece taker, which is why he's Leicester's highest point scorer in FPL. Next up is an old but still gold FPL favourite, Jamie Vardy. His 20 goals last season in the league proves he's still got it, and with his retirement from international duty, he should be refreshed and fully focused on the league. Lastly, at just under 5% ownership, I think Pereira is a great FPL option. This is because he's classified as a defender in fantasy, but is playing more or less as a winger in reality. and this has been reflected in his FPL points, as he's already got 1 goal and 3 assists to his name this season, not to mention 2 clean sheets as well. Finally, a team in the lower half of the league with great fixtures till mid-December as well is Brighton. And the evergreen Glenn Murray heads the list of the 3 Brighton players I think are worth having in our squads. With 5 goals to his name, on par with the likes of Kane and Aguero, Murray could be your best option if you're looking to invest in the Brighton attack. This could be because of the probable return of Pascal Gross, who could create even more chances for Murray to score. However, the return of Gross may spread out the points more evenly in midfield, so Knockout, their best midfield FPL option in recent weeks, may get less points. And after keeping their first clean sheet of the season, Brighton's defence is now worth looking into, so the likes of Ryan and Duffy are probably great options. Ryan has recorded a save point in all but one of the games this season so far, so that's something for him to fall back on if he doesn't get a clean sheet. The fallback for Duffy is his big aerial threat from set pieces, from which he's scored twice this season already. And that's all the long-term options I've picked out. Now let's look at the captain options. This game week's fixtures are quite appealing for the top teams, so the most popular captains are likely to be Aguero, Kane and Salah. My captain is going to be Aguero, as he faces Burnley at home, where he is fairly consistent and potentially explosive. After impressing for his country in the international break, Kane is likely to be backed by many once again, as he travels to West Ham for the London derby, which should provide a few goals, especially with West Ham's shaky defence. Liverpool's away fixture at Huddersfield looks like the perfect place for Salah to re-find his form. However, like Mane, he is an injury doubt, but if he's fit and starting, he could do big damage here. However, if you're favouring form over fixture, then Hazard and Lacazette are probably your go-to options, as they have been the most in form in recent game weeks. This could make them score big, despite the more difficult fixtures against United and Leicester respectively, as neither team have a great defence. Therefore, with the popular captain choices looking quite promising, I don't think this is the game week to go for a differential captain. However, I've still listed a few below who are worth considering. Finally, let's look at my game week 9 predictions. So this game week, I've got Chelsea, Bournemouth, Man City, Spurs, Liverpool, Everton and Arsenal to win, with the others resulting in draws. Feel free to comment below whether you agree or disagree. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Good luck for Game Week 9 and please consider subscribing.